Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more blueprints. Since last time, I've done just a little bit of thinking about the hint slash clue we got last time. And beforehand I was really focused on the box part of the hint we got. But looking back at it, it's pretty obvious that I just need to go back to a new clue and finally solve some of the puzzles that have been giving me trouble in that book. Particularly, I'm guessing, like, I need to solve the puzzle at the very end of the book where it talks about a blank 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 key, or maybe the suspect list. But I don't know exactly what we'll be able to accomplish today, but I think just getting in there and doing some exploring should suffice for now. Without further ado, let's get into day 156. I would also love to try to get all three of those boxes open at once in the little underground tunnel area. Day 156. Okay. One more letter to get still, too, huh? Well, let's try to draft a bejewelers so that we're able to take another look at a new clue down there. And hopefully draft the library as well. The tomb. Let's go ahead and open it up so that we don't need to do that later. Oh, that's right. Where's my mouse? There it is. I also wanted to take a look at this statue in particular because of the little note that said angel, something about an angel pointing. And it really does look like this angel is pointing right behind this rock right here. So this rock is on the right side of the reservoir if I'm looking at it from the side of the well entrance, the fountain entrance. Very nice. I actually think that the rest of this torn piece of paper wouldn't that be in the gymnasium? Maybe I've got to take a closer look at the torn gymnasium map as well. The suspect is a blank 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 key. A nod to my uncle's parlor game. He checked all the colors for each key that he wound. Checked all the colors for each key that he wound. That's such an odd line. I haven't really been paying attention. Hello, welcome. Oh, I'm sorry that you have a headache. That's frustrating. I had a headache yesterday. I needed to take some Advil. Oh. This line almost makes me wonder if the parlor game has a set, like, pattern of correct answers. If it's like, I don't know, a repeating pattern of like blue box is white twice in a row, then white box, then blue box, then black box. But I'm honestly not sure. Checked all the colors for each key that he wound. And I will look at that line in the A New Clue book as well. Gel points dreams. So I think today I want to draft the gymnasium to see if we can find any extra text written on that. Probably also the pump rooms to see if we can drain this well a little bit more. Here's the library, but oh yeah, okay, I will take that, and then I want to draft the nook and then the library so that I can get a new clue. Ooh, interesting. I can also take the observatory here. Well, there's the nook, but not the right direction, that's for sure. Ooh, the mailroom, nice. Well, there's the shovel if I need it. I just need to remember to save some steps. I think I'll grab the parlor key, but I won't use it yet. Oh, interesting. So I was wondering why underground it was called Rather Curious Wind-Up Key, but I guess all of the wind-up keys are called Rather Curious Wind-Up Keys. Interesting. What's beeping? Aha. Still need to find that cabinet lever. Each new area I unlock, I'm like, ooh, this area will have that little lever for the breaker room. But each time it does not. Oh, man. I do need a library, but I think I'll need to take the Great Hall here just to give myself more options. Oh, that means I won't be able to see the new clue this run, though. Unless I draft the Chamber of Mirrors, which maybe I can do that. Let's go ahead and use the key here. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, the treasure trove is good, but I think I want the Chamber of Mirrors so that we can try to get another library. Let's go ahead and see if this is the right area. It is. The den. Very nice. So there are a bunch of keys in this room. I've got to remember that. Oh, and I actually can get all 3 parlor keys today. Huh. Okay. Well, that's good. Don't think I'm quite in a position where I can use the reading nook yet. I think I'm gonna wait to dig these up in case I can make like a jackhammer or something. Oh, I shouldn't have picked that up. Oh well. I don't particularly care. So that is interesting. I think you can see the Oh wait, I'm looking there. Strange. Wait, then this is like looking out back. Huh. So this is the outside of the actual like 46th room office, I believe. This is the actual building for it. Very curious to look at the estate from this angle. Besides that being a rogue moon on top, I'm kind of unsure as to what clues I can glean from this. Pretty cool though. Yeah, it really is amazing, isn't it? So neat. Looks kind of empty in the center though. Or maybe those are roofs down there. It's hard to tell. It almost looks like the middle of the house is a big empty courtyard. Okay. Nope. But what I can do is go back and take the freezer so I don't miss out on these gems I have. Let's go ahead and go down into the basement real quick. Or more specifically, to the Tomb of the 8th King. And try to dig around. Well, first of all, see if the metal detector is still going off. And then if it is, try to maybe dig around down there. I mean, honestly, what I bet is happening is that the game is just kind of not expecting you to have a metal detector down there, and so it's kind of like glitching out, trying to determine if the metal detector is picking up the black key or not when you've already picked it up yourself. But it's better to be safe than sorry, I suppose. Oh. Maybe this is why it was beeping at me? Oh, interesting. Also, I noticed this, but I didn't really point it out when I first got the key, that there's like this little AE down here, or A3. I'm not entirely sure what this is. But that was interesting. Not sure how to feel about this. Back we go, I suppose. Unless... This, in my opinion, looks so incredibly obviously like a door that it's really... I'm really curious as to how to get this open. Let me just do some random clicking real quick. See if anything happens. Does not look like anything is going to happen. But what we can do is use the 3 wind-up keys that we have to open all 3 boxes at once. See if anything special happens there. Alright. The last wind-up key. Okay. It is very interesting. Oh wait, no, now I can open and close all of them. Before I could only open and close this right one. So this spiral kind of rotates out from the center in a clockwise manner. So I'll remember that when I'm looking at the spiral of stars. I mean, this also kind of reminds me, since like this is the only wooden box, it kind of reminds me of the wooden box that the like cursed effigy is in. So maybe we'll try looking for a spiral in the cursed effigy box. Suspect list needed. We'll add a final illustration. Suspect is major, the suspect is minor. The suspect is minor. I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, these point to Bo Lee in the suspect list in the actual published version of A New Clue, simply because if we're taking it as the suspect has a short name and the suspect is under 18, Bo Lee is the only one who fits that criteria. Hello, Nautilus. How's it going? The suspect is a blank, 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 blank key. Remind Randolph to set this up before we leave. prism wouldn't fit, right? Secret couldn't fit. Key of Aries. Huh, wait. I mean, it could be Aries, right? The suspect is Aries key. That does work. But if I'm supposed to like relate that to the suspect is major and the suspect is minor. Oh, you did? Oh, that's great. I'm still thinking personally. Yeah. Don't say it. Don't say it. Suspect. So, I'm assuming if we consider the suspect is Aries key, then what does that relate to? The suspect is major and the suspect is minor, with Bo Lee, age 16. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that because this one is typed and read, it is a false memo. Since this is typed in blue, this is a true memo, and since this is typed handwritten in red, it's a true memo. So I think what this is saying is that the suspect is not minor as in somebody who is in the mines, but the suspect is a minor as in somebody who is under the age of 18, or possibly a like insignificant character, like a minor character. Oh wait, was this arrow always here? This giant arrow? Wait, wait. I actually can't remember if this arrow was always here. Maybe it was always here. Anyways. Or is there perhaps something due? Something overlooked but now in view, pointing to the suspect is minor? Have you really found it? Could it really be true? Could it be finally be true? If it's a new clue, you know what to do. Well, now I want to start a new day and get a new clue from the library and look right at the end of the suspect right here on the blue card. Yeah. Something overlooked but now in view. Interesting. Well, either way, I'm thinking probably... Yeah, I probably just want to come back to this page specifically on the on the published version and look like right here. So like kind of if there was a period at the end of the first line on this memo, kind of look to the right of that. I think that's the best thing I can do. And with that, I guess I'll go ahead and call it a day. Wait, but first, I will go and activate the spiral stars because I want to see if I am continuing to add more lines to the spiral stars or if it literally is just completely done. Okay, spiral stars, what have you got to show me? Okay, interesting. Also, before I end the day, the spiral stars is in fact going in a clockwise spiraling out direction, just like the image in the third box. Very interesting. And the day comes to an end. Day 157. Major and minor makes me think of music. Yeah, it does make me think of music too. And then there's the denoted in verse clue. Oh, it's tough to... I don't know. Maybe I should do a run where I try to draft all of the music rooms together, which would be like the music room and the... What else? The greenhouse and the workshop and the ballroom. Maybe I should draft all of those together in one day and like just run between them, looking at all the verses. With all the musical references so far, it could mean musical major and minor notes. It could. Well, here's the library. I guess I'll go ahead and take this. Although, of course, this time we don't actually have a magnifying glass. Oh, how kind! How kind of the game to give us a magnifying glass right when we need one. So let's take a closer look here. That's interesting. It's kind of arranged very differently in the published version than it is in the illustration. The suspect is A key. It's bedtime here. Oh no, I'm not sure if I'll be able to solve this puzzle. I'll be honest. Suspect list. You see, the whole thing about the reason why I was saying that these three notes relate to the suspect Bo Lee over here, shown right here, Bo Lee age 16, is because of this page where, not that page, this page where it breaks up Ma and Jor from Major, which is the Eurasian for short name. Right? So I was thinking that the suspect is Major is supposed to be broken up. The suspect is Ma Jor, short name. And then the suspect is a minor. And on the suspect list, there's Bo Lee, age 16. The line Bo Lee is definitely is the line pointed to by the arrow on the book, I think. It was the third from the bottom in the other book version. Wait, was Bo Lee actually in the unpublished version of A New Clue? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So there was like a paper with a bunch of lines on them. Oh, okay. Interesting. I see what you're saying. That'd be a good thing to double check too. So I feel like I was on the right track with Bo Lee, but then again, like I don't know what Bo Lee age 16 even refers to. Like, where do I use that? So yeah, you were saying that on the suspect list, Bo Lee is third from the bottom, and then if we go to the unpublished version of A New Clue, I still completely forgot to try to draft from Gymnasium last time. Oh well, I'll try to do that this time. Ooh, I hope I can get the tomb. Yes, I can. Speedrun the angels! Go, go, go! Yeah, that does make sense. It is kind of pointing to the third line from the bottom. Bo Lee. The only issue I'm having is I don't know what to do with the information. It's like, huh. Well, oh, what if I type in Bo Lee into the Blackbridge Grotto admin password thing? I'll try doing that in just a moment, after I dig around in these graves. I love eating grave turnips. Yum. I mean, I'm not sure. Let's test it out. I think Bo Lee was spelled in all caps, so I'll go ahead and try that. It could be Bo Lee 16. That's too long. Wait, that makes so much sense. The A blank key could be admin key. It's 5 letters. You're right. Ooh, that's a really good point. Huh. Bo Lee. Huh. Oh my gosh. Wait, that is crazy. Huh. Yeah. But then, oh man. But then why isn't it working? I'm gonna take another look at the book real quick. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what? Oh, okay, wait. It could be... Ah, wait, I think I know what it is. We use the naming scheme for admin passwords with Bo Lee. That's why it doesn't fit, because Lee is too short of a last name to make it 4 letters and then the first the first letter of the first name. So what if we do Leeb? Aha! Oh my goodness. Okay, that was it. I thought it didn't follow the traditional like setting, the traditional naming scheme, because they used like a different name or like just the full name or something, but it is actually just because the last name was too short to be used in the traditional sense. Okay. Admin logs? Let's look at some of these admin logs, shall we? Okay, we've seen this. Celebration! Woohoo! After some deliberation, our network has been named Blackbridge. Yeah, we've seen this. We've also added electronic mail capabilities to each terminal. Okay. Wait, okay. 3 new admin keys have been added to the network's user database. Lee B, Prov C, and Hound U. Maybe there were multiple ways to get this. Admin log view access restricted to the following admin keys: Lee B, Prov C, and Hound U. Lee, we are planning something later this year and need to make sure communication on here is not being archived. Are there any additional steps we can take to ensure privacy? Already taken care of. We are now bypassing message archiving. Randolph shouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Randolph shouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Interesting. So even Randolph wasn't in on this. The fact that the missing letters were Demin is such crazy planning. That's such a good design for the puzzle, even if unintentional. Oh no, it was definitely intentional. But you were correct that this was just, man, like piecing it all together like that is kind of like insane. Like, oh man, because I'd figured that it was pointing to Bo Lee before, but I was just like didn't know what to do with that. I mean, even before you mentioned admin key, I was like, maybe we should just try this in the Blackbridge Grotto, but like, yeah, it makes so much sense in hindsight. And that's the thing with a lot of these puzzles, is that you just like are grasping in the darkness trying to solve them, and then all of a sudden, once they are solved, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't think of that sooner. Anyways, continuing on. Good, no one else on the estate knows we're here, other than Mary, of course, who saw Lee on Tuesday, but Hound Yu has a plan to take care of her. Huh. Interesting. Wait, is there... I'm not sure if I know a Bo Lee in the lore, but obviously these are people that have been on the estate before. If it must be done, it must be done. Just see to it that the body is not discovered. The last thing we need is for the Red Guard to be snooping around here. So they're talking about killing off Mary. What the heck? She won't be found, rest assured. Let's disperse for now. I'll meet you all at the safe house in Reddington in 4 days. Then, once the inquiry is over, we will proceed with our plans for the museum. I think this might be talking about like the tea house note that you found in the basement. Resuming operations. Welcome back, Lee. I've been camping out of the old schoolhouse for the past month, waiting for your return. It's spacious, quiet, and should prove to be an effective base of operations outside the purview of the staff at the Baron. We should have an opening on the first day of September. Can we be ready by then? I do not see why not. Negotiations for transportation are in the final stages. If all goes well, we will have air passage to Nuance secured for that date. This might be the plans for the heist? Yeah, for sure. I hope she would have been found alive and well. Well, I mean, it looks like this is like before they were even planning the heist. So I'm guessing that Mary joins in on their plan for the heist. So I don't think because like the timeline would make sense if she had died earlier. I think Moore is planning a scheduled maintenance soon, so we should likely wrap things up here. I'd say it's time to scrub these logs. They might fall under some scrutiny in the near future. Prov C and Hound U and Lee B delisted and deleted from user database. Temporary access to the mainframe in Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Temporary access to the mainframe in Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Updating access privilege for the following account types: admin access, full access to all features; personal access, access to user database; archive access, full access plus access to archived admin logs; and deleted database entries. Okay, I think we've all seen this. We've seen this. No, that's all right. As I said before, I hope that the headache gets better. I'm so sorry about that. It always is annoying having a headache. Let's see. Yeah, we've seen this. Wait, is this all? Wait, why is the next button gone? Strange. Oh wait, because you can't go next. Added new data management features to Blackbridge admin control. Updated user database. Changing the guard in preparation for Simon's arrival. Inbound messages as well as outside connections from the estate have been disabled as per the instructions left by the Baron himself. Oh wait, that's strange. So I guess this was talking about like all the false, all of the messages we saw beforehand are false messages. the trail of breadcrumbs that they left were all false messages. And these are the actual real messages. Huh. Strange. So I need to find out who Prov C and Hound U are. Trying to remember back to the letter that we see in the what is it called? The letter that we see in the planned heist room, the closed exhibit. I'm trying to remember what the name on that letter was. EB Prov C and Hound U. I've been camping out of the old schoolhouse for the past month, waiting for your return. Huh. Let's return to the main menu and see if there's anything else to do. Network settings. Let's see if this is still on. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. User database. I still don't have access to the delisted admin keys, even as a super admin. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Well, the only thing that I can get out of this, right? Let me look over this again. Makes me want to draft the safe house in the outer room. Or, sorry, not the safe house, the schoolhouse. Because there might be more hints in there that need to be accounted for. But we already have the tomb in there. I'm going to try to draft the closed exhibit real quickly. Even though I don't have a key card. Might be tough. But I think it'll be worth it. Here's the closed exhibit. Pharaoh. So either they're going by like false names, which is entirely possible, or these are false names written here. So I guess this heist happened on a September Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month in September. Let's try to get the archives here. I feel like the logs we read are fake because I'm certainly Mary is alive and not dead. Yeah, I mean, that could be a possibility. Philip Manning, Philip White. So interesting. When was the crown stolen? September 2nd. Doesn't have a date on it though. I'm guessing it's 88. So Mary would have been 30 by then. I'm pretty sure that Mary's alive too. Two-germ requirement that's powered. I guess this is a passageway. This might be the gymnasium here, so I think it's worth it to try it. Yeah, it is. Eighth angel points to our dreams. Huh. The eighth angel points to our dreams. So now I really want to draw the pool room. And thus ends the day. Thus ends the day. What's funny is I think we did get to draft all of the music sheet rooms. No, we didn't, because we still have the ballroom. But I guess there's no point in doing that really anymore, because I'm pretty sure that was just pointing to Bo Lee. Interesting, interesting. Day 158. First things first, let's try to grab some dice and then do the schoolhouse. Simply because I want to snoop around in there, because apparently that was the hideout of some of the thieves. Some of the hideout of the children of Blackwater. If that wooden box isn't showing me the spiral of stars, I'm guessing maybe I need to go to Clara Epson's bedroom and look there where it says, like, does it ever end? Looking at the spiral of stars, maybe? Here's the schoolhouse. Oh, interesting. This kind of looks like the pattern of wood that's on the, in that box. Kind of. Is there anything left in the tunnel itself, maybe? Not the end of the hallway, but the lead up. I remember wanting to check there, but I never did. I can check again. I think I've checked there a couple times, and I haven't really seen anything in the hallway itself. Yeah, it does kind of look like a regular wood grain pattern. I mean, the thing about it is that, like, in the cutscene where Simon opens the box, he kind of like looks disappointedly at the bottom of the box, and then kind of curiously looks at the top of the box like he realizes something. And that spiral in the middle of it does look like a symbol of sorts. I'm not really seeing anything in the schoolhouse to indicate, like, super duper secrets. I don't even know where I would really want to look. Yeah, that could be it. Like, it could be just a reminder about the box with the cursed effigy in it. That could be an option too. Let's try this again, shall we? I wonder if anything different happens if you use the different admin passwords. Prov C and Hound U. Huh? Really? Interesting. What is, like, down in the, with the key unlocks? Is that what you're asking? I can go down there in a little bit if you want. Basically, it talks about solving cores where it's like, welcome, Ari! I got into the super secret admin logs and am trying to figure out exactly what to do with the information they provide. Finally, indeed. It took me a little bit. I mean, the family core probably relates to it. You probably use the numeric cores to solve the family core, but I don't even know where to solve the family core itself, so it hasn't been very much use. But basically what you do is, it's a set of numbers, and you break up the numbers, and then you solve it like you solve the dartboard math puzzles, trying to get the lowest whole number possible, where like the first number is always blue, and then you need to use a combination of pink, purple, and yellow numbers for the other three numbers to get a math equation to solve. Anyways, yes, of course, I've never struggled with any of the dartboard puzzles. Never ever. I'll meet you all at the safe house in Reddington in 4 days. So let me quickly see something. It is strange how the other admin keys don't actually work as admin passwords, though. Which makes me think that, like, it is possible that all those messages are just fabricated to kind of fake Mary's death. It almost seems like it was set up to like throw the Red Guard off their trail more. Sandy Heights, 5 p.m., huh? Would family core be like the shield in the Roman numerals, like in room 46? I'm thinking that is what the family core is. So is the guard in the black gloves on it too? Since they mentioned avoiding the ones in the white gloves. Yeah, it seems like they were like bought off by the thieves. Bells. Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. I think these like Prov C and Hound U, like, they must stand for something, right? I mean, they in theory would stand for the last and first names of the people whose the passwords were created for. But beyond that, if these are fabricated messages, I almost feel like it would be you something Hound, see something prove or provide, or it makes me want to draft the Curse of Blackbridge again. I might try to do that this time. Ooh, library, good. Yeah, I mean, so there have been a couple like blue memos about the cores, like there was one blue memo that talked about like the first like digit, I don't know how to say this, the first, I don't know, symbol in the core relates to one number, and then each pair of like symbols of the core correlates to different numbers. But it might just be talking about like how to read the Roman numerals for the cores. It's interesting. Let's go ahead and grab the Curse of Blackbridge. I'm not going to read the spook out loud again because last time it was so infuriatingly long. So I'm just gonna skim over it myself and see if I find anything. Oh, Unholy Hounds. Okay. So let me write that down real quick. Huh, that's interesting. And in one of the visions we had, we also saw like the story of the Blackbridge Grotto being played out in like memories or just like artistic fashion. So what I'm looking for is something about Prov C or Lee B. Oh, let me look at the box again real quick. Interesting. Didn't the throne room have a memo, or am I wrong? Ooh, I haven't found the throne room memo. I think you checked last stream. Did I? Oh, you know what? I think I just drafted the throne room at rank 8 just like yesterday, but I completely forgot to check if it has a memo. It probably does. Ooh, I see. I'll need to take a look into that then. Interesting. So one thing that I'm thinking of, right, is it might be like relating to the names like Lee B, Prov C, and Hound U could be referring to like multiple different books instead of just to the Blackbridge Grotto. Which would mean that like maybe I'm supposed to count up how many times each of them are mentioned. Like I count up the number of times that Unholy Hounds appears in the Blackbridge Grotto, and then I count up how many times B something Lee something would show up in another book, so on and so forth. Same for Prov C, and like that could be a code for something. I'm not sure though. Yeah, that could be it. But I still don't know what Prov C is, or Lee B for that matter. Oh, wait. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Blackguard. So this could be Lee B, maybe, like Blackguard Lee. What was the name of the cave? Blackbridge Canyon. Just a hidden cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. I don't know. Very interesting. Well, continuing on. Wait, let me real quickly take note how many times Unholy Hounds appears in the book real quick. 5. What's your favorite room? That's a good question. That is a good question. Oh, I'm out of gems. Oof. My favorite room. Probably the trophy room, just because it's a lot of gems, and it's free in my run. Yeah, it was really funny. So what I did for that was I originally had it like over here, and then I used the spray paint can on it to remove it from my house for a week, and then I guess a week passed, and then I drafted like up into the front of the house, and then came back and drafted towards the entrance hall and got the foundation as an option. I was like, it'd be really funny to have the foundation right in front of the entrance hall. I don't think it's a good strategic move. I think it's actually a bad strategic move, but it is really funny. Oh, and what originally happened was I used Blessing of the Monk in the foundation to draft it in the outer room. And then it stuck in the outer room. So I got the spray can, and then I spray canned it while it was in the outer room, and it reset. I'm glad I was able to do all 40 billiard puzzles and all 40 parlor puzzles. All I have left is day 1 and 1 hour achievements. Ah, I see. Yep, those do seem to be the sticklers, don't they? It does stay in the outer room. Yup. Well, let me take one more look at the schoolhouse to see if anything's changed. But the more I think about it, the more I do think that those are fabricated messages. And maybe even talking about like camping outside the schoolhouse, or camping out in the schoolhouse, as I should say, are just meant to throw the Red Guard off of their trail. But in that case, why was it so hidden? There has to be something there worthwhile in finding out the rest of the clues. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Well, to be honest, I've been streaming for a good little bit now, so, and it is getting pretty dang late. So I think I will go ahead and end it here, and we can do some more mystery solving next time. All right. Thank you everybody for joining in and chatting. I really appreciate it. If you are watching on the YouTube, feel free to join us on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays between 9 and 11 p.m. CST. That's usually when I start. And with that being said, I'll see you around. Bye.